Are you able to see my PPT? Hello?
No, no.
Okay, just wait. I hope now you people are able to see my PPT. Hello?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, we can see.
Yes,
okay,
yes, yeah.
okay, thank you so much. Hello everyone, I welcome you all for today's session. I'm really feeling delightful that once again I got the opportunity. Uh, this is really a blessing for me that I'm able to present summary among you all. Today, the book that I have picked is 1 Minute Manager, and this book is written by
And Blanchard.
yes, this book is written by two famous writer, Kenneth Blanchard and Spencer Johnson. The intention behind writing this book from these two authors, just wait, let me just give me a few minutes. Once again, I'm showing the slides. Okay, so let me continue from here. So the basic intention of the author to write this book was that whatever the books were available in the market for the people to enhance their leadership skill or how to manage any organization or to foster a new working style in the any organization was not very clear. People were finding very difficulty in knowing because it was very complicated and very lengthy. So these two writers came together and they just wrote this book. Actually, this book is very small. It is of only 85 pages. And as we know that Kenneth Blanchard is having the expertise in developing the leadership quality, communication skill, and Spencer Johnson has the quality in developing, means expertise in developing the this he was having the quality in developing the behaviors of the people. So these, as we know, some of you have read this book, Who Moved My Cheese and Out of the Maze. This book is also written by Spencer Johnson, and these two books are very small and it is written in a very precise manner, it in a story format manner. So this 1 Minute Manager is also like that. It's a very small book and a story is there, and from that story, three secrets of managing a higher authorities or developing leadership quality or a work environment, a very good work environment in any organization has been shared. So this was the motive of the author to write this book. Now, what made me to choose this book? Actually, during my Durga Puja vacation, I got 1 week vacation was there. So at that time, I wanted to start something, some new book, and I don't wanted to start a lengthy book because I was having a very short days vacation. So I just wanted to give a sense of uh, completing any task. So I chose this book, and in the group, I think Simani has shared this book, and it is basically based on enhancing our productivity, uh, even in the personal life and in the professional life. And the name was very catchy, 1 Minute Manager. And I was reading the book Time Management under the guidance of Pinaki sir. So I thought that 1 minute manager, somewhere it will help me to manage my time. So I picked this book. So this was my intention. Now let's come to the third slide of here. So you can see the logo here, the symbol here. It is of a digital watch. So this 1 minute somewhere remind us that in day to day our life, as we have 24 hours, within that 24 hours we can spend 1 minute to see where we are working, in which organization we are working, and with whom we are working. So this was the main motive of this book. Just take out and review with whom you are working and where you are working, because the author feel that people are the main resources. Wherever you want to work or wherever you want to get success or whatever you want to achieve in your life, people are the main resources. So you must take out the time to see where you are working and with whom you are working. So this is the logo of that book. This is the content. As I already told you that only 85 pages are there, and you can pick this book because it will help you to enhance your own productivity. And if you want to develop leadership quality or communication skills, or if you are working in any higher organization, if you are a manager working on manager post, so you can utilize the lessons from here. Now the story begins like this. There was a young man who wanted to become a manager, and his wish was also that he wanted to become a manager also, and his wish was to work under an effective manager. So he just went to meet so many higher authorities, people working in the higher organization, in the government official. He went to a bank also, he went to restaurant, he met people, so many people. He met women's also, he met young people also, he met the older generation also. So somewhere after meeting these people, after talking the managers of different organization, government, semi-government, higher, lower, he met each and every person. And what he felt, what the conclusion he made, that there are basically two type of managers. The first one is autocratic manager who is interested in the results only, and the second is democratic managers who are interested in people only. And he was in the search of an effective manager who controls both. He is interested in the result, means giving a result, good result, and he is able to manage the people, means people feel good working under him. And he was able to get some effective manager also, but all that effective managers were not ready to reveal the secret how they were managing their organization. Somewhere he was very disturbed, that young boy, but ironically what happened in his own city, he came to know about a effective manager, about a special manager under whom people were very happy to work. So what he did, he took appointment from that fellow. He went to meet him in his office. The effective manager welcomed that young man. He told him to sit, and both of them started talking. The young manager asked, the young man asked him what type of manager you are, how you take care of the employees, what are your strategy and agenda, how you control the people, what are your all that. So he started asking. The effective manager told him that I don't do much. I hardly take 1 minute to talk with my employees. And on every Wednesday, I just review what are the works they are doing and how they are doing, what type of help they need. So I just set the intention and goals for them, what my organization wants from them and what I want from them and how they have to work. I just tell them in the initial days, and on a daily basis I don't disturb them. I am not like that. So if you want to know about me much more about me, what you have to do, you have to meet my subordinates who have direct contacts, means who daily come to me and report me. So he gave 6 people name to that young man with the phone number. Then the young man asked him with whom I should meet. With this question, the effective manager he got annoyed that it's your problem whom you want to meet. So what the lesson he wanted to teach from this this sharing means from the first chapter, I'm just telling that on daily basis a person should have the ability to solve his own problems. So this was really a mind blowing lesson for me, that as we have read in NLP also, that each and every resources is within us only. So it's totally depend on us, that short and simple problems if we are facing, we should know and try to find out the solution by ourselves. As the effective manager gave him the list of 6 people and the number, so it was he should make the decision whom to meet to get about to know about more about the effective manager. So he again he told him, just it's your problem, now you find it out. The three secret of becoming a 1 minute manager is 1 minute of goal setting, 1 minute of praising, and 1 minute of reprimand. So now let's understand these three secrets. That young man chose Mr. Trenil. From 6 list, he chose 3 people. The first man was Mr. Trenil. He went, he took the appointment from Mr. Trenil, and he went and he asked, now tell me, explain about me, what is 1 minute of goal setting? Then Mr. Trenil told him that when I have joined this organization, the 1 minute manager came and we had the meetings with each other, and he just told me that what was his intention, what he wanted from him, from Mr. Trenel. He helped me to just make the goal. And hardly we on the first day we took some of means more time. It's not like just that within 1 minute we just made the goal. The main intention of the 1 minute manager was that person should know why he had joined this office and what the manager wants from him. Actually, when we work in any organization, what happened in the initial days, your friends welcome you, but the manager or the higher authorities don't help you to know why you have joined this organization, means what they want from you. Actually, nobody knows. When you join any organization, you must have faced such type of problem. When I started my job in my organization, I too was not very clear. One of my colleague helped me to know how I have to work and what are the things I have to do in the initial days, but no one from the higher officials or the manager of that help us anyone to know. But here on the first day, the 1 minute manager used to set the goals for the subordinates who used to join his organization. Both of them used to sit together and they used to make the notes. The first thing that they used to do is that they used to work on the 80-20 principle. As we know that if you want 80% of results, you have to focus on the 20% of the responsibilities. Means the person who was joining the organization of 1 minute manager has to make only 3 to 6 goals, not more than that. And it should be written in 250 words, not more than that, and a single piece of in a single sheet of paper. And he has to keep on the table that goal chart they have to keep, and on daily basis they have to read it, reread it, and they have to review it whether they have achieved or not. And one copy was sent to the 1 minute manager. So like this, 1 minute of goal setting was done. And the 1 minute manager also used to set the standard how they have to perform in that organization, what he wants from his subordinates. So it was made all to the clear to the trainer or whoever used to come. The young man asked him that if each and every person will make goals, don't you think that there will be lots of paper in the organization and people will get confused? Then Mr. Trenel cleared him that no, uh, only the head of the person used to decide the goal. So as the Mr. Trenel was the very close to him, so he used to decide the goal for the whole organization, the people who were working in that. And that too was he has to write only 3 to 6 goal on that sheet of paper, and their behavior should align to that goals. I hope till now I am clear and audible to all of you. Okay, thank you so much.
Yes.
Now the second secret is 1 minute of praising. So, and for this secret to know, the young man met Mr. Levy. The second person that he has chose is Mr. Levy. He went to meet him to know the second secret, 1 minute of praising. What is this 1 minute of praising? Then Mr. Levy explained him that when he has joined this organization, he got the goal setting from Mr. Trennell and from his boss also. The first meeting with the 1 minute manager of Mr. Levy was very good. He said to that person that you have joined my organization. And let me make you clear that I will give you the feedback in the initial days, and you must give the report of your work, whatever the work and the goal has been set for you. You must give me the report on daily basis that how you're performing, because I want you to progress in this organization to achieve your maximum potential. So all these things was clear to Mr. Levy. So in the initial days, Mr. Levy thought that the 1 minute manager is not having the trust, so he's asking the report on daily basis. So he was feeling not feeling good, that why a person will want the report on daily basis. He can ask for weekly or monthly. So he was not very happy, but slowly what he found, that 1 minute manager was not interested in finding the fault in Mr. Levy or other subordinates. He was very curious to know uh, how they are performing. If they have done something right, he used to go there and used to appreciate. The 1 minute manager was having the intention that if someone works good or any right thing for the organization, as the head of the organization, we must go and praise that person. But in other organization, what we see, yeah, in real days also, what we see that people don't appreciate much for what the things, correct things you have done, what they are ready, or even the family members, or even your colleagues or the head of the organization, what they want, where you have done the fault. But in this organization, under 1 minute manager, he used to appreciate immediately. He used to go to the cabin of that person or his subordinate. He used to touch the shoulder of that person, and he used to show the expression on the face that how happy he is that he has done something, and that uh, accomplishment has brought big result for the organization. So he don't used to hide the emotion. He used to appreciate. Then he used to control, just make a silence for a few minutes, so that the whom he is appreciating, he should grasp all that appreciation of his higher authorities, because we are not habituated of getting appreciation more from the higher authorities and immediately. So he used to just get silence for 2 3 minutes, so that the other person should understand what he has told him. So like this 1 minute praising, because as we know that as we need the food for our body, we need somewhere, we have the hunger for appreciation also. When we get appreciation, we feel motivated, and we repeat that work. Good things get repeated again and again. So 1 minute praising is very essential. And this was the second secret of 1 minute manager. He used to do the praising. So he used to ask the review of his subordinates on daily basis, so that he should appreciate them. Now let's come to the third secret, 1 minute of reprimand. Here is 1 minute of reprimand means that if someone has not done good, or because of his act, some losses has came. So immediately he used to find the, if someone has done any wrong or fault in that organization, 1 minute manager used to go and meet that person, and he used to immediately give the feedback also of that wrong thing the person has done. But he don't used to scold the person. He used to just point out that this mistake has been done by you, and I have the full trust on you. You can improve this. I know you're very wonderful worker, you're very good in doing this, but somehow, because of less experience, or because of something, you are not able to do this task properly. So now tell me how I can help you. And if he used to get frustrated also, he used to show the anger also. Means he has here also in 1 minute of reprimand, he was not hiding that I am annoyed with you, and because of this fault you have made huge loss also. He used to tell each and everything. But here also he used to take the pause. Here also he used to sit with that person, and he used to clarify with this note that I am not angry with you, but somewhere I am disappointed with the work of yours. Because of this, you have brought loss to the organization. So he was very clear with his employees, with all the subordinates that were working under him, because he used to set the goal in the initial days, and he has set the standard also, and what the organization wanted them. He has just set the framework. So he wanted that each and every person should get achieve more in his organization. And he was very careful also. He used to take frequent meetings, and how the people are feeling in that organization. He used to keep the record and all that, and he used to praise immediately. So all these secrets of this 1 minute manager. Now he has also told that 1 minute manager has told the young man that if you could not understand these three secrets, you can come and meet me once again. So the young man got the secrets from his subordinates, Mr. Trenell, Levy, and Mrs. Brown. But somewhere he was not uh, having the faith that all these secrets work. So he asked the young man. So he asked the manager, 1 minute manager, why 1 minute Sorry, let me one. Why 1 minute goal setting work? Then 1 minute manager explain him that when you make the intention clear, or when you set the goal, somewhere the person who is joining the organization, he know that what he has to do, what I want from him. So a goal setting somewhere help a person how to perform. They are very clear. And when you have the clarity, somewhere your focus increases. And that goals, as I told you, that goals were written in a single sheet of paper, and it was kept on the table of each and every subordinate who were working under the 1 minute manager. So they were able to review it on daily basis whether they have achieved this target or not. So it was very easy and accessible for everyone. And because of that goals were just near to their eyes, somewhere it was very easy to take any decision. And within less time frame, they used to achieve the targets, use targets. It was able to save the time of theirs. Both the manager and subordinates are clear about what they have to achieve. Employees feel motivated when you are able to achieve your target. Somewhere you feel motivated. So 1 minute of goal setting works there. He explained him like this: 1 minute of goal setting used to work. Then the young man asked him, why 1 minute of praising work? Everyone, as I told you, we human love getting appreciation. Today also I am presenting somewhere. If people will give the good feedback, I will feel motivated. It's with everyone, even in our house. If the small childs are there, if they work something good and we appreciate them, they feel very happy, motivated, and again they repeat same gesture, same work. So if you want the things to be done more, you must appreciate the people. So this was the habit of that 1 minute manager. He used to appreciate that his employees on daily basis and immediately also. So somewhere 1 minute praising help to reinforce good behavior. It promotes happy work environment, and it boosts the confidence among the subordinates, his subordinates. It doesn't require much time to do this. So in 1 minute of praising, we don't need much time. Just go and say whatever the things you have liked about the others. So it's very easy to do rather than finding the faults in others, what I feel. Now, why you should read this book? This book is, if you are working in any organization, or if you want to start up also any new thing in your life, somewhere, as I told you already, that people are the main resources, or you can say the best resources. Alone we can't get each and everything in our life, so we need the people. So it's very essential to know and learn how to manage the people. And if you are able to communicate each and everything with the people very clearly, very effectively, somewhere you are going to reach the top. So you must read this book, what I feel. And it's, as I said, it is not very lengthy, and you will get the three secrets very easily. As we know, goal setting is very essential for each and every person, in the professional life also, in the personal life also. And if you are mother, father, parents also, you can help your own child to set the goals, and if they are able to keep near their table, it will help them to do good studies. So in personal and professional life, it will help you both. And it will, when you will read this book, somewhere you will get a sense of accomplishment, that yeah, I have, because as we don't have much time, we are all busy. So it's a very small book, 85 pages, and the price is very low also, hardly less than 300. The price is 250 or 220 on the Amazon, just I saw. So you can purchase it also. And if you don't want to purchase, we have the PDF in the groups available with Vasu sir and Sivani ma'am and others also. You can ask from them. And whatever the learnings that I shared, 1 minute of goal setting, 1 minute of praising, and 1 minute of reprimand. If we are doing this on daily basis, somewhere it will enhance your own productivity in personal and professional life. 1 minute of praising, if we are doing with our spouses on daily basis, or with our kids, they will repeat the good things again and again. So this will help you a lot. And the final summary, as you have seen the logo and with the name also, it reveals that it's 1 minute manager. So take out 1 minute, look at your goals, look at your performance, and see if your behavior matches with your goals. The person who is having the goals are able to achieve more. And if it is written and very specific, and it is near your eyes, you can review on daily basis, it will save your time, you will be able to take decision. So all this thing I wanted to say from this book summary. This is the final summary. And what one thing that I learned from this book that I'm going to apply in my life, I have the goals, but I have not kept on my tables, and it is lengthy also. Yet I am not able to find specific goals for me what I wanted. And even Mansi is helping us from the Compound Effect book. We are trying to resolve our goals, what I want to achieve within 6 months or within 1 year. And as I'm working also, I'm a teacher, so I don't get much time. I'm a um, I have some other responsibilities also. Being a married woman, I'm mother of two kids. Then I have to look after my household chores also. So I just want to work on three things only that will bring good results for me, profound results for me. Then, so the one thing that I want to implement is of goal setting, clear goal setting, so that I achieve more in 2025. So thank you so much for patiently listening, and it means a lot. Somewhere. Again, I came with this book summary because of Vasu sir, when he asked whether you're giving or not. So somewhere I put myself, okay, now he has asked me, so I will not let him down. If I'm reading so much of the books, I should present also. Because in this book, on the first page, in the introduction page, it is said by Confucius that knowledge is a potential power, but if you don't implement in your daily life, and if you don't share with others, you are not doing anything. So I wanted to just share. I hope you have learned something from my sharing. And I would like that if you can put your learning in the chat, because we don't have much time. So many other speakers are waiting to present. So thank you so much once again. And thank you so much, Vasu sir, for always motivating me to present something. So I need the push, but I will say the last.
Beautiful, Rajeshwari. And you didn't exceed the time also.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Very well presented, all the points very well covered. Thank you for a beautiful presentation, nutshell, and your PPTs are very good. Thank you.
I would like to listen
Thanks.
to Pinaki sir.
Thanks.
You
Yeah.
can give your comment in the personal window also, Pinaki sir. I try to follow whatever the points you have told me, but still I need to practice more.
We 20 minutes per person, right? So
Yes,
we
yes.
started.
Yes.
So has she
She
exceeded the
started
time?
at 21:07, so slightly exceeded the time. But anyway, we don't have much presentations again.
Yeah, yeah. But it was
So
very good.
yeah, two things. One is about the time, which was 20 minutes, which is 15 minutes actually, and you can go up to 20 minutes. So, and it is a small book, so it was great if you had put it within that 20 minutes. But anyway, the learning has to also transpire. It's not just about the competition. So that's the point number one. Point number two, we had told the how you are able to condense your thinking into 10 slides. So that I think you have made 13 or 14 slides. So these are the physical attributes which are very much visible. Like what happens in paper industry is if any technical problem is there, जैसे पेपर चलते वक्त फट रहा है तो कस्टमर जरूर गुस्सा करेगा अगर 10 100 शीट के जगह उसको आपका A4 का शीट में अगर if you get only 450 sheets in your A4 bunch, people will definitely not keep silent if it repeats for every bundle. So that is how things are seen. And because I am department in charge of that department, working since 25 years, so that physical counts keep matter to me. So that is point number one. Then you have given an elaborate detail of everything. So all the other criteria that the best part of the book that is liked and about the author, all those things are taken care. So only except the tangible assets, otherwise the things have gone right. Thank you. Pinaki, you want to add quickly within a minute?
It's all about minutes. That's it. So if this book is 84 pages, so 84 minutes are very precious for your life. Focus on those 84 minutes. That's it. And discover what that 84 minutes can do for you, or rather, what you can do for yourself. Very good presentation. The graphics were pretty good. The slides were pretty good. Quite touchy, precise, and Rajeshwari, you have come a long way. You know, आपका पूरा presentation. I am following you for last almost 1.5 years, so I know how much you have improved. And this was a class apart. Thank you so much for this wonderful session.
Okay, Manish is there.
Yes, Vasuji.
Binal
Yeah.
has said, yeah. So today Binal had said, but she has postponed it for the next week. So, and Shruti, as always, has not turned up.
Okay.
So you can take over.
No, actually, I just reached home, so I'll just maybe you can start. I will do after
Yeah.
you. I just
Okay.
like
Okay.
yeah.
No problem. I will take it up. Okay, so let me clarify. I am just participant, but I am not a contestant. So with that, let me start. There are two parts of it. One, I will be sharing a small presentation, and also I will be sharing a, I can say, mind map. So it's 21:40 in my watch, and okay. So this presentation I have captured it from one AI tool. So this presentation is about the Think and Grow Rich, and this book is called as Think and Grow Rich, and it is having a impact, and it's a high relevant book and written by the Napoleon Hill. And he is a pioneer in personality development. There is a very big book called as The Laws of Success. It's a crux in this book. Then it is having a 30 million copies sold. So there must be something that so many people, like 3 crore people, have read this book. It's written in 1937. And whatever strategies have been told in 1937, it's almost 13 years less to 100. So 87 years say it is running. So it has been having an impact. Then wealth, it tells a lot about wealth and mindset inspiration, and it gives a broad relevance. It is relevant to entrepreneurs, business professional, and anyone seeking personal growth. So these parts we have already covered. Napoleon Hill is he has written 5 books, and this one is condensed from a small book. Then if you see, there are so many people influenced from this book. Andrew Carnegie, then Carnegie, I think, then Thomas Edison, Henry Ford. Then there are 2 presidents of US who have also got influenced with this concepts that this book covers. So there are 13 of principles of achieving wealth and success that the author talks about. The first is to have a strong desire. And if you have a burning desire to get things done, then those things will happen without fail. So that is the part, step 1 to achieve a lot of success. So this is D. Then F is about faith. So how you have faith on things and how you get things done. You have to believe in yourself and have to faith that things will happen. Then this is the faith that takes care of the next part of the life. And then you can take, say, I will just give a small example for this. Suppose you, many times what happens, you don't find certain things. So अगर आपने रखा है कुछ चीज, if you have put some pen in a drawer, in one of your drawer, in a shelf, or your watch in one of your shelf, and you know no one else has come here, then when you search it, you search with lot of confidence, and then you have faith that it is there for by any case, and you find it in any reason, by any ways. But if you are not sure whether someone has touched it or not, you still search it, but many times it happens you don't get it. So बहुत बार ऐसा होता है, मैं ढूंढने से चीज नहीं मिलती है, लेकिन मेरी माँ ढूंढने से मिल जाती थी, या मेरे बीवी ढूंढती है तो मिल जाते हैं, क्योंकि they have a lot of faith that things will be there where they have kept. So that is how faith works, and that happens in the big time of universe also. Then the next part is auto suggestion. It is feeding positive thoughts, telling like the mind is a fertile land, and it can give growth to anything that is put, any seed that is put. If you put seeds of good things, then that will grow good things. Otherwise, it will grow something like what you can call as a weeds. So by giving auto suggestion, you are giving a positive thoughts. So that helps in creating positive effects into the people. The next part is specialized knowledge. So one thing is knowledge, and like the earlier participant said, that the implementation of knowledge is what gives you power. So when you have specialized knowledge, you can put it in implementation. The next part is imagination. So whatever things and thoughts you have, once you put into imagination, those things can crystallize and get created. So once you imagine, then you start preparing for that. So the next step in this is creative visualization. You can go through that. Then you create things and make things happen. So the best example given is about a kettle, and that kettle has given a lot of consumption of sugar. It is the highest consumption of sugar that happens with that, and other things, like it has given so many jobs, and it has also helped people to create jobs. They have created imagination, and all that has happened due to that kettle of one person, one compounder who created that, and now it is called as Coca-Cola. So Coca-Cola is that kettle. It was an imagination for someone, and today you see that any country you go around the world, you will see Coca-Cola there. Then the next point is organized planning. So if you are planning in an organized manner, you put things in the right place, then you will be able to create that action plan and achieve the goal. The next part is the decision. Once you take a decision to make things happen, then you will able to make things in the right direction. So whether yes or no, it is all about decision. Thinking and taking time to take decision wastes a lot of time. So it's important that you take a decision quickly. Then be persistent, lage raho. if you keep on pushing things, then obstacles will go out by themselves and you will be able to reach whatever you think about. The next is the power of mastermind. So alone you are weak, together you are strong. This is the Gamba pledge that we do. So uh, you need to have people who think more like you and get the results out of that. That is how power of mastermind works. So you take help from other people and make things happen. The next thing is about the transmutation. Transmutation is about there are two important emotions in the life of people, and one important item is the is one of the emotion, and the second physical emotion is about sex. So
कि हमें
I think
अच्छा लगता है
Akansha
कि
need to
जरूरी
mute. Yeah. Okay.
okay, so the next is about transmutation. So the author tells that when a person is having a drive in the sex, then he can get so many things done. And that is the reason that many people are successful only after they cross 40 years of age, because they spend a lot of time getting into something that is more interesting. So what I thought from that is there are certain people who have become so, and they also died by the time they reached 38. And the three examples are Adi Shankaracharya, who walked around India, and by 38 he took the Samadhi. Then we have Jesus Christ. He also did not go beyond 38. And Swami Vivekananda. All these three people died before they were 40, and all the world knows them. So what is common in these three people? They never married. So that's the part of it, and that's how their life has changed. Whatever was the energy that they would have spent in getting into sex and something, they are able to transmutate that energy into other things. The next is the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the never sleeps. It never takes rest. It is always active. And something through auto suggestion, you get that subconscious mind. It connects you to the higher level of intelligence, and it will take you there. So that's how the subconscious mind helps. The next is the brain. The brain is where it is the chemical center. It gets connected to different kinds of things, and that helps to connect to the other people, other world. And it creates and develops things from there. And then the sixth sense, so it is intuition that guides you in decision making. So this is the 13th point in that. The next part of that is there are some important concepts. One is the power of thought. So what you think, the thoughts shape your reality, and it influences your perception and action. The next is you set a goal. So he tells about 6 steps that you need to take to achieve what you want. And you have to write down what you want and exact amount that you want. You have to write it. So it is the goal setting. Then you have to plan. You have to tell how you will get that. Say, suppose you say that I should get 1 lakh by end of on December 31st. Then how you are going to get that? Because he says you don't get anything by putting nothing. So what are you going to give to get that 1 lakh? So you write down what is that you want to give and plan how you are going to get that. By doing these two things, this is the step 3. And the step 4 is every day morning and before you sleep, you just go through that every day without fail. And imagine that these things are actually happening. So by doing these things, he says that goal setting and planning, you will be able to achieve that. And don't keep doubt that it will not happen. Believe that it will happen and you will be able to achieve it. Then you have to be persistent, keep on asking it so that you get it. And you have to believe your intuition and instinct and make things happen on that ground. So this is how the key concepts are there. These are the 6 steps that you have to do. Then the next are the 6 ghosts of fear. So people have the fear of poverty. कल के दिन मेरा दिन खाता कैसे चलेगा, खाना कैसे चलेगा. That's the thought process. How will I get food? So that makes you not to take certain decisions. Then you feel what others will say. So that is the fear of criticism. Then the fear of ill health. If you get sick, what will happen to you? What will happen to your parents? What will happen to your wife, children? All those things will come your mind. Then the next is loss of love. So if you are loving something, someone, you don't take any step in a fear that you will lose the love out of that. Then the thing that you will get old and die. So these are the other two things that will drive you not to take certain steps. So he also tells how you get rid of that. Then he tells about the self-analysis questionnaire. There are 60 questions in this. Basically, they tell you what if you are able to give a clarity of what is your aim, then what is your action plan for that, how it is going to have a positive influence, then how are you handling the setbacks that are coming, and how you are overcoming this fear. So there are 60 questions into this. I have already shared that in the group. You can go through them, answer them, keep a day for that. About 2 3 hours you will need, or you can also keep writing, right, answer those questions to get it right direction. Then next is setting clear. So putting all these principles into action, what it tells is you have to set clear, achievable goals, have a positive mindset, surround yourself with the right people. So that's one of the reasons that FELD is created. So you will get that supportive people. Take consistent and persistent action. मतलब आज किया तो कल नहीं किया नहीं चलेगा. Till the time you get the result, you have to keeping the doing the action and then continue doing that, irrespective of whether even if you achieve the result. Then continuously learn and improve. So these are the setting the principles into action. So this is the timeless wisdom that is created. So by going through this book, you can apply these things and you can unlock your potential. So start your journey, take the first steps towards achieving. You can start reading the book, and those who want to achieve something big and implement, try to what I say, I will not say try, read the book and start implementing these points. You will definitely feel a difference after you start working on it. I have started and I have seen certain things which I will share at the end of the presentation. So share the book, join the community. So these things we can do. We have a community here to discuss those things. So this is about the book. Now you can start implementing the principles in your life. Thank you. So this is about the presentation and I am done in 13 minutes. So we have 7 minutes more. So to remember these things, there are certain ways of remembering. He tells this about the introduction. Then he tells about the 13 steps, which I say that DFASIO, DMT, and SBS. So these 13 points you can remember using this acronym. DFASIO, फंसना नहीं है, फंसने से दूर जाना है, DFASIO. DMT, keep your mind empty, then you can keep yourself taking more things into it. And the third is SBS. So this is about subconscious mind, brain, and these things. So now the next part that I want to share is about my experience. So I've gone through the self-analysis questions, not fully, for a trial kind of thing, and it gave a lot of insight for myself. It helped me taking a decision. I wrote down what is the number, what is the year that I want to achieve that, and all those things. And that helped me to go through the details of how I will be able to do that. Then it helped me to take a decision because I was thinking, up karenge, baad mein karenge, should I do it? Should I spend the money? Should I not do it? And all that. And once I said that, right, this is the way I am going to do it, and this is how, but time was not setting, all those things were not happening. But after I went through the book, I got a confidence that this is the only way, even if I will have to go through misspelled sessions for at least maybe the next 8 or 10 sessions. Let me do that. Let me put myself and start. I've joined a course for that and I started implementing it. Then the best part that I loved in this book is about the major attributes of leadership. What are there? They are the unwavering courage that you need to have as a leader. Then self-control, keen sense of justice, definiteness of decision, definiteness of plan, doing more than paid for. So this is one important thing which Gandhi also says. Then pleasing personality, sympathy and understanding, mastery of detail, willingness to assume full responsibility, then cooperation. So the cooperation is there used to be people who were leadership by force. Nowadays it is leadership by consent. So this is the major attributes of leadership which I like from the book. And anyone who wants to be a leader, they can just get into the detail. And if you are feeling somewhere there is a failure that is happening, then get into that. Most of them are reverse of this. So inability to organize detail, unwillingness to render humble service, and all these things are there. Disloyalty, emphasis of authority. If you do, then you will feel a failure in your leadership. So this is how the things are there from the book. And uh, what I suggest for further reading, if you have read this book, then Eat the Frog is a very good continuation to this, because that book tells how you can be away from different ways of things that you can do. So it helps you in setting the goal and overcoming procrastination and handling time management. The power of subconscious mind, because this book tells a lot about auto suggestion and power of subconscious mind. So this can help you getting this mind power, positive thinking, and visualization. Then 7 habits of highly effective people. So I've just connected how the habits are related to these 13 steps to riches. So that's about my learning from this book. And why to read the book, I have already shared. I have shared what is the best part of the book, and who should read the book is also covered already in the presentation. Then why you should read the book? This is nothing in the world is free, and because money can be counted, so he is telling about money. Otherwise, it can be different thing. Education is not just the one that you do degree, graduation, and all that. It is what you learn by opening out things. So it's from a Latin word called educo. Then implementation is possible. So he has given the examples who all have implemented that. So out of the people who have implemented, this is Andrew Carnegie, then President of the United States, 27th President and 28th President. Then Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, Wilbur Wright. So these people have got things in that. Then in the introduction, he tells who all got benefited. Why I am putting it at the last? It is because these people got the how they got the results by implementing these things that were there. So he has told it in the intro. I am telling it in the end that a person was 3 feet away from gold, and then he left that. Then the other person who took over, that person, he sold the things in scrap. Then whoever took over from him, he started put some people who are specialist experts in gold mining to go through that, and the person got gold. The second person, the scrap man, got the scrap dealer got the gold. So learning from that sucks failure, Darby, who was the first person who had invested, bought the tools and sold in scrap, he said that now I am not going to fail. So whatever failure happened, he started saying, he started listening no, then keep on started implementing things. Like if someone says no, he goes to the next person. So from that 3 feet of gold he mixed out, then he put that thought process into the success. So and he sold. He was the biggest insurance agent in US after that. So this is how the book is all about. And D for SEO, DMT, SBS. With this, my 20 minutes are over. I will take a pause here. Thank you so much.
Very beautifully in a nutshell presented, Vasudevji. And the takeaways are very good. You have taken the entirety of the book and explained it in a beautiful way. And your PPTs are amazing. Beautiful highlights. Thank you.
So, which chapter did you like the most, Vasu?
Yeah, I loved chapter 6, which tells about the major attributes of leadership. So I picked up that particular part of it, so which I've explained in detail as well.
And what made you pick that up?
Yeah, picking this book up was because I also want to become rich. So not just in money, but to think rich.
Okay, thank you.
And you have made this book like evergreen. The what is the evergreen element in it? I loved it. It was written in 1930s. Is that what you said?
1930, yes. Yes, 1930.
And to this day, it has an impact and it has influenced many people. These books should have been part of our syllabus. Thank you. Very beautifully you have presented.
Okay, thank you guys for listening to me.
Thank you so much, Basu. Super Express, your summary representation. However, I wanted to thank, in fact, Rajeshwari also. The reason behind the book she has given is one of my also favorite book, and the continuation of Ken Blanchard's thing. So both of you together, we have done a marvelous job. And also, yes, please share the AI tool which you used to, get the summaries. So it's an amazing that your PPT was. So that made me to ask you this question. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Uh,
That's there in the presentation. When I share, you can just look into that.
uh, Hello,
Yes,
Vasudev.
Manish.
I have a good question. Like you said something that after age of 38 or something that a person knows better what is he good at and things like that. Can you just rephrase that because I just missed that part of thing.
See what the author says. This is what the author says is that uh, person's energy that is getting created inside, it is one of the energies that get into physical attribute and into physical action is the sex energy. So those people who are crossing 40, the kind of demand of that youthfulness will be lesser as you cross 40. So the author says now your energy gets distributed into spiritual things, into different kind of activities, which your mind takes over and it makes into other actions. And before that, it may not be possible for everyone to get that result. So what he said, I just connected with other people who have been popular and very great, like Adi Shankaracharya and Vivekananda, Indian examples, or the world example of Jesus Christ. These people were got very famous just even though they finished their life at 38 or 39, and all these people did not marry. They did not have any relationship with a lady. So from the other sex. So this is what I made out of it. So when you transfer your energy into the right direction, you will get a right result. That's what I understood from that.
Yeah, okay. But somehow I feel that every energy is a complement to other energy of a person being. So maybe just my thinking. I may be wrong in that, but because I've seen so many people who are like by 30 or 35, they have reached very high milestones. So maybe my wisdom just say that that it is just like what you focus on and what you believe in. And I feel that every energy is a complement to if you use it in the right way, it's a complement to other areas of your life. That's what I think. But maybe it's
That's right. That is definitely right. What the author says or what I understood is that those people who are getting into their different kind of activities, like their mind gets diverted into uh, fulfilling one's own desires. And if you see PV Narasimha Rao, the president of what I think is one of the most successful Prime Minister of India. He was running the he became the prime minister at 71. He became the chief minister of Andhra Pradesh at 51, and he was so fast that Indira Gandhi had told him to get down because he was so speed. He implemented the land distribution. He distributed his own 71 acres of land that was there with him and all that. Because he was at 51, he had so much of energy. He could do so many things, make things happen, and he was home minister so many times and all that. So if you see them, those people have been more successful after they crossed 40. I am not saying that till 40 they were useless. They have created the base at that time, but that energy going into the right direction started happening only after they crossed 40. So that happens to many people. If you see the presidents of United States, even except for Rajiv Gandhi, all our prime ministers, they were more than 40 when they have become the prime ministers.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it just like, every person has its own way of, perception and, based on experience, knowledge, or like, every person is different. So I'll just say that. But yeah, because I've seen in my, like, in my circle of people, the people who are, they have like they had a good guidance of their parents and family members. They reached a very milestone by the age of 30. So I have an opinion that it all it's all your focus, energy, and the guidance that you get in life that matters the most. What I believe, but every person is different, so that's okay.
No,
Like
this is not what I believe or what you believe. That is what the author is saying.
that's what I'm
So
saying.
let's close it. Yes, that's
Yeah,
right. Right.
that's one way of wisdom he shares. That's
That,
fine. Yeah,
right. Right. Yes.
we should appreciate that. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah. So are we done? Then I can start with my side for today's presentation.
Yes. Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah. So actually, I will not be sharing my presentation today because actually my audio is not working from my laptop because I just installed my window 2 day back. But I'll be covering on the phone like what I intend to say. So I hope that's okay. Yeah. So today I'll be sharing a book called Mindset by Carol Dweck. She's a doctor and she's a doctor in psychology, and I found that book very helpful because I feel that what matters most in life is your mindset. It's just like mindset is it's just like if you can rule your mind, then the mind will work according to you as per your expectation or your requirements, like what you want to achieve in life. But if you are not able to rule your mind, then mind is going to rule you as per the situation in life. Okay, so the best thing is that how like how we use our mindset in our day-to-day life in all areas of life, that really makes a difference. So this book talks about the mindset thing in all different ways, like how a typical fixed mindset and a growth mindset works in life, and how it can really makes a big difference in your success, whether it is your health, profession, or your personal life. So the author talks about like fixed mindset and the growth mindset. So uh, I'll just share the more learnings what I'm able to connect with my life and the learnings from the author. So what I think is like let me mention few things like just meditation, having gratitude on a daily basis, and like journaling, reviewing your work on a daily basis, like few good habits that we do on a daily basis, that really makes a big difference in all the other areas of our life. So like if I take my experience, I used to think very big in every possible way. Okay, I will do this, I will do this. But the thing is that uh, the only way to grow is to through stairs. You cannot grow through a lift. You can fall through a lift, but if you have to grow, you have to grow through the stairs. So it's just like one small step at a time. So now, like after I read the book, I came to realize that the small habits that we do on a daily basis, that you feel more important. So what I feel more important is like reading daily, like my education. Okay, then my discipline, if I'm able to do that on a daily basis, whether it is very small, maybe 10 pages, 20 pages. Okay, I can have one a bad day, but I cannot have one bad week. Let's say if I'm not able to do something today, but I have to complete my weekly target. So if I'm not able to do something today, then I have to cover up in the same week to cover my weekly target. Because we are when we are also connected with so many other things like family limitations, profession. We are dependent on other people. So sometime maybe our health, we are not able to finish something on the same day. But the point is that our focus and mindset has to be that if I have to focus that I have to do these many tasks in this week, then I have to do that. Maybe I'm not able to do something one day, maybe Monday, Tuesday, but my target has to be that I have to finish everything in that week. Okay. So let me give you one simple example that, yesterday I'm into business. So I was able to complete some big milestone yesterday, and I was traveling so many things. Like I didn't sleep yesterday. I came home at 5 in the morning, but I just wanted to, maybe I didn't made a good presentation, but still I wanted to convey my full learnings in a very simple way to the group that I'm just doing now. So that's my mindset, that if I'm trying to focus on something, I really want to do that. Okay. So what I'm saying is like education, like your knowledge, discipline, and your mindset. And if you do that on a daily basis, whatever small you can be, like, every person has a different, when you start something in the right direction, every person has its own level. Let's say,
Yeah, the next 20 minutes or 10 minutes from.
yeah. So if somebody is, let's say somebody is not interested in reading, like same was for me earlier. I was not a very good reader, but when I came across with this group, I'm able to do more reading on a very more regular basis in a very fun manner, in a very joyful manner. And just like that, more I do it, like the more I do it in a joyful way, the more I feel doing it. Okay. So I feel like reading every day, something. And in fact, when I'm focusing on that, I'm able to do it more. So that's my mindset. Like I have focused on something to do something seriously. My subconscious mind, like I'm feeling it in a very effortless way. I'm enjoying it more and more. Okay. And the same thing that, after I joining this group, I'm able to get so many help from the people in the group. Okay. So it's just like, when you focus on something with a positive mindset, you will find so many ways to do it better. And also you will find support from so many people that you cannot even imagine. Let's say if I'm able to, I find some challenge, I can put some my query on this group, and I'm very sure that somebody is going to respond to that. Okay. So what I'm saying is, when you focus on reading something to gain knowledge in a very disciplined manner, that okay, whatever it happens, I'll do some reading every day. Okay. But I will do it. So that's my belief, that's my focus. And the mindset is that, I'm open to asking questions. If I don't know something basic also, I'll not be very I feel very little like shameful or something, that okay, somebody, what people will think about me. So I will not carry that mindset. Because what happens is, like, if I don't ask something, then I will not get the answer, right? So, and that is very important for me. So that's my mindset. So my what I'm trying to say is that what you focus on, and you keep on thinking about it and explore all the options, then something will happen to make it happen. Okay. So like when you have growth mindset, then you start working on it. Like focusing on the way is finding the way. When you focus on something, your mind is going to think in so many different ways, and it will find all the options to find you some good way to make it happen, right? Maybe you'll ask a friend, you'll ask a teacher. Okay. You'll go to the Google. Okay. Something will happen. So just like it's growth mindset. And what happens is, sometime, let's say if somebody is earning, let's say today 30,000 a month, and he will think that okay, oh, maybe in 1 year I can just maybe earn another 20%. It's not like that. Because the richest person in the world, they also started with zero, right? Maybe their father, grandfather, or somebody. So the point here is that, like how, like what you start focusing on, it starts growing. And when you, like when I said you that, when I review my work every day, like journaling, my emotions, my actions, what is holding me to do it better every day. If I just like I'll keep an eye on it, like why I'm not able to do that, then you will find some reason to find answer for that. right? So it's just like daily reading, gaining knowledge, daily journaling, taking account of your emotions, and just focusing on like what is holding to that, why you are not able to do that something. Maybe you talk to a good a friend or a good teacher, okay, or go to Google. See, the Google is like 100 doctors. So what I'm saying is, today it's just my mindset. If I'm trying to do something, I will find some way to get it done. Maybe on the internet, or maybe teacher or somebody in that group, or maybe my friend or somebody like that. And one more thing is, when the growth mindset is that, you should be like, whatever you want to achieve, you should be having that kind of people. Like just like you, if you want to have a lion herd, then you should be surrounded by people like lion. Like you should be surrounded by highly like positive people, so that they can help you with what you might need in future. So it is just like, just adapting with time, finding all the answers that you need in the time to come. So basically opening to all the possibilities, and the uh, like all the queries or all the challenges you have. Like when you focus on something, it grows. When you measure something, it grows. So it's just like a growth mindset. So the author has given so many examples in in different ways, which can give a different clarity between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. So the point here is that, we should be open to challenges, and everything is a like when you focus on something, let's say if you are finding challenges, failures or something, but at the back end everything is working for you, if your mindset is positive. Sometimes we may feel that, okay, something not happening, maybe I'm not worthy of it or something, started feel negative. But if my mindset is positive, that okay, I'll make it happen, then something will work out in your favor. So that's the like kind of a growth mindset. So basically, this is so bottom line. What I say is that there are three important things that I think are very important to grow that growth mindset, and make it to the right use is, having two, three basic things that we should do on a daily basis, like focusing on education, knowledge by reading books and doing whatever to gain the knowledge. And one thing is discipline, doing on a daily basis, and the mindset. Mindset is something that, you should be positive about it. Okay, if I'm not able to do something, I'll ask somebody. I'm not afraid of something. Some people saying that, okay, oh, you don't know even this basic stuff. I'm not afraid of what people are thinking, because my mindset is positive. I'm not thinking about what people are thinking about me. I'm just focusing on what I want to achieve. Because if I achieve something that I really care about, then the people will just, they'll just think about that. So it just like, focusing on small things on a daily basis with a growth mindset, positive mindset, being positive, and being open-minded, and taking help from people around you, and just uh, make it to find answer for your success. So that's the summary, or you can say the learnings from this book, mindset. And I really find it very helpful, because I'm using that on a daily basis, and I'm really finding it very useful in every area of my life, whether it is health or family or my profession, my interaction with people, communicating to them, things like that. So I think that's all for today. Anybody has any questions, then I'll be happy to answer.
Manish, you have presented the book very well, although you didn't share PPTs, but the way you communicated,
Yeah.
yeah, it was effective. You
So I
have,
think
with enthusiasm, you have presented.
yeah, basically, my intention when I present a book, I just try to connect with every your emotions, your current situation, and like it is just like connecting the dot in the right way. So that's my main intention. Because if I'm able to connect that, like emotionally and other ways, you will get it to your heart, and then you will not forget it. That's my intention.
Yeah, you have covered all the
Manish,
points,
you
and
have covered it.
it seems to have made a very deep impact on you. And you're practicing what you're talking here. The journaling, the mirroring, reading habits, and the growth mindset. And we have to use the stairs, not the lift. Be a
Yeah.
lion. Yeah, very good. Lot of takeaways you have given. Thank you.
Yeah, one more thing I want to add is, the big success lies in small things. Earlier, before I started reading books, I had a mindset that, okay, I have to start big. To achieve big, I have to start big. But nobody can start big in the beginning. So after reading the books, I realized that, just daily small things really make a big difference. It's just like, if you just make 1% progress every day, you know how much progress you will have in a year. So the big success lies in small daily good habits. That's what I believe.
That's great, Manishi. That's wonderful. You have quickly
It's been
cleared
a
whatever was
wonderful
there in
chat.
this book. So
All
you started at 10:08 and it's 10:21 after the clarification. So about you've taken 14 minutes, 13 minutes for your explanation. So certain questions that are there that need
beautiful.
to be
Three books.
answered.
Yeah. All the three books very beautifully presented. 1 Minute Manager, Rajeshwari, again very impactful with lot of passion, and the way she has reflected on from that book and how she has implemented as a teacher, as a mother, and various aspects of her life. And later, Vasudev ji also made Napoleon Hill, why he's so evergreen. All the 13 principles in a nutshell, and everything, positive thinking, and how we should channelize our energy to be more productive. And Manish ji also very beautiful. Thank you. Lot of takeaways. Very fruitful 1.5 hours.
Um, I want to add something because I also read that 1 minute manager thing. So Rajeshwari did a very good insight on that, and I just want to add something that I feel that I should share with you. So when you say about like setting 1 minute goal and setting like appreciating 1 minute and then making the person feel accountable about that. So see, is all about giving the feedback responsibility in a very positive way, because what happens is that unless we put our see, it's just like failure and challenges. Failure and changes, sometimes we feel that okay, we have failed, we are not worth of doing it, maybe I'm not capable of doing this and things like that. But somehow if I take it in a very logical way, it is building you from inside. Okay, it is building you from inside and making you believe that okay, this thing is not going to work in this way, in some other way. It's not that you are wrong, but maybe that this thing is going to work in some other way, right? You have tried one way of okay, it is not happening in this way, so you should try some other way, right? So you are building that knowledge, okay, this thing doesn't work in this way, and so you have ruled out one option of that. Okay, and giving a feedback and making the person feel responsible is that, because if you don't stretch yourself, then you don't grow in knowledge. It's just like if you don't, it's just like your mind, if you don't read, it doesn't grow. If it is your body, if you don't exercise, it doesn't grow. It's just like if you don't feel the responsibility, your worth doesn't grow. It's just like that. It's just like positive feedback, positive responsibility, and you are being supported from so many people around you. So when you uh, like when we make a person feel responsible, the way you are responsible for this work, you have you're not able to deliver something at the same, the point is that it is making you grow in a more bigger way, for a bigger challenge, for bigger achievements. You have to have that feel from your manager. You are capable of doing it, but you have to just do it in a more better way. That's it. So that's a kind of feedback I want to give from this book. We are never failing, we are always growing. It's just like what I take from it.
Okay, thank you, Manishi, for adding your points to that. Inaki, you want to ask something? Manish?
No, it's okay.
So say something, Naki, say something to boost the to add some add some
See,
light to
growth
thing.
mindset is an old concept. अभी जो दो mindset के ऊपर काम चल रहा है, the first one is abundance mindset, the second one is prosperity mindset. So it all started with fixed mindset. It moved to a domain of growth mindset. उसके बीच में भी there was a step which was not highlighted much, but uske baad there are two more steps which are added to this, and this is prosperity mindset and abundance mindset. And these are such kind of thought processes which goes beyond the realm of realization of whatever you have achieved so far. Because when we are talking about these two mindsets, it all starts with the foundation is that you are a spiritual being on a human journey on this earth. So growth mindset limits you to only growth. It doesn't take you to the next level. So a lot of work has been done in these two areas over last a decade and a half. So what you can do, you can find out some, like you can actually take more interest in this prosperity and abundance mindset. That's it from my side.
No, can you tell me something like you said some like prosperity and these things like that? Like I'm just trying to connect. What is the like
See,
thing
growth
from there?
mindset is a vague term, because if I ask you what growth is all about, the definition of growth will be different for different person. It's like the definition of problem is different for different person. So when you were a child, when you were in the age group of say 4 to 6 years, that is the time you got a meaning of the word growth in your mind. See, every word that you and I learned till date is backed by a story, backed by event in our life. And that's how every word, for example, like today, if you know say 5,000 words, all these 5,000 words had 5,000 independent stories through which you learned the meaning of this word, and that's how it is embedded in your internal representation as an internal representation in your mind, in your brain. So if I ask, say, right now we have say 15, 16, 17 people, and if I ask each one of you to what growth is all about, we will have 17 different uh, definitions of growth, because your definition of growth is as per your mindset. So then we are talking about 16 different uh, versions of growth mindset. So what Carol Dweck did, like if you listen to her interview about this, all the interviews, which eventually started after she published her book. So she was talking about growth mindset as a general way of looking at things. It's like basically कि अगर आप fixed mindset में रहोगे, मतलब वो आपने खुद ही identify कर लिया कि भैया यही है, मैं इससे बढ़ के कहीं जाना नहीं चाहता, I am okay with this. It's just like a frog in the well. Growth mindset is all about coming out of that well. But after that, what? That is the question which is being answered over last a decade and a half when people did some research in कि ठीक है मैं growth mindset लेके अगर आगे बढ़ता हूँ तो आगे क्या है मेरे लिए. So that is what the whole question is all about. So growth mindset is basically coming out of that shell. कि मैं इसके अंदर बैठा हूँ, I am in a composed zone, I am in a comfortable zone. It's basically coming out of that comfortable zone. Even if you read this book, the book that we are reading, this Emma Martlinka, the Out of Your Comfort Zone, she has used some part of Carol Dweck's research in her book also. Eventually, she also moved from growth mindset to the next level. So that's all I have to share. That this is where the world is moving. Even when Vasu was sharing this Think and Grow Rich, if you notice Think and Grow Rich, it's all about male dominance. Even उसके जो आगे के भी जो versions आए हैं, उसमें भी they were all talking about male dominance in the industry, like Bill Gates and those contemporary billionaires. So I just made a request in the group a while ago that there was a book which was written for women based on the women who actually achieved success in their life, women billionaires. And this was written by Sharon Lecter. It was a wonderful book. Like I personally have read that book. So I made a request that please to all the ladies कि आप इस किताब को जरूर पढ़िए and you come out with your own uh, interpretation, own view about that book. It's a phenomenal book. And women minds are wired in a different way than male minds. Male minds are wired to do one thing at a time. Women minds brain is wired to do multiple things at a time. So male dominance actually limits a woman's thought about thinking and growing rich. So you must read this book. There was a lot of research also done after this book came up. This Think and Grow Rich for Women. Incidentally, Sharon Lecter had to apply for a proof that whatever she has written, whatever her research work is there in this book, is actually far beyond what Napoleon Hill published in 1937 in his book. And then there was another version which came up. The picture of the book that Vasudev shared, that was a revised version of that book, rather edited and updated version of that book, which was eventually added by another author to make that book even more contemporary with the latest successful people. It also includes Warren Buffett to some extent in that book. But Sharon had to actually receive a license. So her book, if you notice her book, the title of the book, it is clearly mentioned about that. It clearly mentions about that point, that this has been approved authorized by the Napoleon Hill Foundation. So I would strongly recommend you to read these books, and come out with your own thoughts, own processes, own thinking behind the research work that has gone into this book after all these new theories which came up, that how men and women's brains are wired. There was a book, Men Are From Mars. Sorry, men are from Mars and women are from Venus. This book actually created a foundation of looking at the neuroplasticity of a male brain and a female brain. So this is also marvelous book, and this book also it came up after a lot of research work done on the way a woman thinks or a way a man thinks. So these are all the additions that I'm just adding to whatever you have shared. The way you have shared, it's phenomenal, no doubt about it. And I could also notice the passion that you brought into the sharing. Yes, I would strongly recommend you that when you are reviewing these books, also review whatever happened after those books came up, and whatever new things which added and which actually enriched the research work which has been done by people who published or who wrote these kind of wonderful, phenomenal books of lifetime importance. So that's all I have to share.
Thanks,
So can you
Pinaki,
share?
for adding that perspectives and putting those things in the mind of the people. So these things will definitely add on. And Manish, I had two, three things to share with Manish. One was that uh, when the time is given for 15 minutes, it is better you utilize the full time to your own subject that is given. So that is one learning that you have to implement. Sitting like the judge seat, I am telling this. Then the second part, you have not shared any visual notes, which you have shared the reason for. And the third part of it, that the mindset book that you had picked up, why you picked up, and what was the important chapter that you liked from that, and one learning that you want to take, one specific learning which you will like to take to your life. So these were the three things that had to be answered, but it's okay. You have covered up more or less in your own discussion when you did that. So that is the two, three things that I wanted to add upon. Yes, Pinaki.
Yes, yeah, I just want to add one thing that see, in the previous 2 3 sessions, what happened that I was actually listening to the presentations or listening to the reviews from the perspective of a reviewer, of a critic. लेकिन मैंने notice किया कि when I'm doing that, I'm actually not paying attention to the way, to the content, or to the other things which are connected with the book. So today what I did, I moved from that zone. I moved from that chair. कि नहीं, मुझे critic नहीं बनना है, मुझे इसको enjoy करना है, और whatever I know about these books or whatever I know about associated books, let me bring those and highlight those uh, in this session. So naturally, I didn't look into the competition part of the book today, honestly. So I won't be able to give you any marks, or I won't be able to say anything about the a competition part about the presentation part of the book. I will only talk about the content part of the book, which all of you have presented in a phenomenal way. Yes, the only request is that now onwards, whenever you are reviewing any book, connect it with some other books also. So that will help you to give you a better outlook of that book itself. This is only my request. It's up to you that how you are going to take it.
You're right.
Had I been in a competition, शायद मैं भी आपके जैसा ही करता. So इसलिए मैं competition में participate भी नहीं करना चाहता हूँ. ठीक है. So I'm just enjoying the sessions now.
That's true. That's the reason I have included that 3 books for further reading. And that was the thought process behind it, that it doesn't end with this. You can go further and read upon the other books which I have suggested after reading this book. So the perspective will change. Even if you have read it earlier, you can read this book after these 3 books after reading this. Okay. Anyone wants to share anything? It's open now. And
Yeah.
those who want to leave, they can also leave. I am stopping the recording.
Yeah, this is Manish. I want to share one more thing, that whatever, let's say we're reading something or we're